just so I remember this when I got back later. Obviously I was walking in with all the football fans, all scanning the queue phones, you know, for the tickets. I was the only person using a ticket. So obviously it was a church, now it's I don't know, Hindu place or something like that. Glebe Street. The Glebe, Arthur Coleman, composer of Galway Bay. It's funny, down most streets obviously have like a church or a town hall or something, but now got these big modernist buildings. It's nice down here though, it's really like Victorian looking. Yeah, I mean like that. 1888, Brookhouse Street. Yeah, cobbled streets. That's lovely. It's a General Sadiqa Relief Trust, helping them in need. Don't know, can't really find anything. I'll tell you what, if there's one thing that says the absolute state Britain's in nowadays, this church here, up for auction by an Indian, Kal Sangra, 14th of February, so Valentine's Day. If anyone wants to get a church, convert it into a mosque or something. College Street. Yeah, that's bad that. And just over from there, Alfred Russel Wallace. Born in Monmouthshire, moved to Leicester as a young man to teach drawing, map making and surveying. And he did a campaign against corrupt landlords and was an environmentalist. Didn't believe that all races were equal and opposed jib jabs to his interpretation of then available medical statistics. Bloody hell. So you could say he was an anti-waxer and a lacist. What we got here? Ambulance? Nah. Who knows? Yeah, I got quite a lot of sort of negative feedback off a lot of liberal twats over the last couple of days off that East London video that I did, but proved me wrong. You know what I mean? It's everything I kind of say is happening. You know, you can call it whatever you want, but it's the truth. But yeah, just to return to this fella before I go. Died in 1913, and the New York Times said he was the last of the giants belonging to that wonderful group of intellectuals whose daring investigations revolutionised and evolutionised the thought of the century, and he challenged Charles Darwin in his theory of natural selection. Just to correct that, he was actually the founder of the principle of natural selection in 1858, but Charles Darwin basically took the credit for it. And there's that church in better times. So give it a bit of time, this will get torn down and that will get converted to something else. Them statues will probably get taken away as well, but I've recorded them anyway, just to make sure this guy gets his credit as well. Born in 1825. So I guess he was into biology, involved with researching butterflies, and he explored the Amazon jungle in the 1800s. That would have made a good photo back in the day, like 3 people coming out, but it's all looking a bit worse for wear down these days now. Very grand looking pub. That's a loaded dog. I wasn't going to photograph it because of all that, but get it in there. See De Montfort Hall. I was wondering if it'd tell me where the name came from. It sounds a bit almost Dutch. Oh, there you go. Named after the 6th Earl of Leicester, Simon de Montfort, De Montfort Hall. One of the few concert halls in Britain worth singing in. Is this for the Empire Windrush? River Soar, Victoria Park, the Globe. The work of making racial justice a reality must be rooted in community, in our individual and collective experiences. The transatlantic trade in enslaved Africans meant millions of lives were ended and lost to history. Here we honour our ancestors by acknowledging a person we are able to identify by name. James Jones, 42, 1776. Fucking hell. Is that how long we're hanging on to this stuff for? And a big globe of Africa by the War Memorial. Like I always say, you know, it's like that's what we fought for. The Royal Leicestershire Regiment, 1688-1964. Just thinking then, you know, sometimes in the comments I get people saying that I'm going, wow, you know, moaning, and fucking hell, you lot are moaning about things hundreds of years old but didn't even affect you. Like that bloody, that one down there, we're talking 300 years ago. What you lot are fucking bitching and moaning about still. That's a brilliant angle that is, through that archway, with the flags. Obviously the stone flags, but and the backdrop onto the it's not countryside obviously, but it's a decent backdrop. We're on a bit of high ground here. Brilliant. I didn't cover it the other day, I was going to, but it came out recently that the government's been lying for years about that, about the nuclear tests, and obviously in this age of conscription they're trying to do now. Again, why would you want to go and fight for people who've been trying to hide compensation from you for so long? It's almost got a look of France, that, hasn't it? Oh, that's nice. So people who refused to fight in World War I, they've got a like a Veterans for Peace memorial. Can't help but agree with them, to be honest. It's just another mindless meat grinder. Obviously back then it was it would have been harder to understand why not to fight, but now you'd have to be an idiot to get conscripted and go and fight for Rishi Sunak and Sadiq Khan, and even if you are like a Muslim or an Indian that's come here, why would you fight for that lot? You know, the World Economic Forum people. Yeah. So it's nice to see that, because some of them got shot, didn't they? The guys who called deserters, and yeah, it's good to see. It's weird, just got a random snake outside the university. Might be something to do with the George Davies, I don't know. But anyway, let's see what Leicester Uni's up to. Yeah, Black Lives Matter and Gay Pride. Some fucking weirdos coming out of universities nowadays.